Good, and does you good. So can we sort of introduce ourselves? Like where you're coming from? Are you a student or a teacher currently? And can we start from there?
Okay, my name's Irene Lee. I'm a first-year TESOL student at USC. Nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm Roger Dupuy, and I actually teach non-native speakers in the TESOL program at UCI.
You teach non-native speakers.
Non-native speaking professionals, TESOL at UCI. So I'm kind of want to know where my students are coming from and their issues.
Thank you. Okay, you?
My name is Aki, and I'm from UCI, actually from this
You're
class.
from UCLA.
UCI, UCI.
UCI.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Rosa. I'm a student and I'm from Casa Fullerton here.
You're from Fullerton.
Yeah.
Oh, where was this? Good thing. And the lady back there.
Oh, hi, I'm Kima. I'm from Japan and I'm a student at UCI. I'm taking TEFL program.
You're from Japan. You're Japanese.
Yes.
Oh, I
am.
thought you were Korean.
Oh, that's my first time to visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Yuka. I'm a UCI student, and then he is a teacher.
You're USC student. UCI student.
I'm
UCI.
UCI.
Oh, there's a big group in the UCI.
Ah,
My name is Jane. I'm attending Cal State Long Beach Credit for Exchange, and I teach English in China.
Oh, and I need to talk to you later. Okay, and you?
My name is Melim Sharp, and I'm a program administrator and teacher here at Cal State Fullerton in extended education.
Oh, wow. Go ahead, Cynthia.
I'm Cynthia, and I'm a student in the TESOL program at Cal State LA.
Yeah.
I'm Sandy Silverstein. I teach English language development, is what they call it in California, so elsewhere in the high school level. Probably 98% of my students come from the Far East.
Oh, what area?
Arcadia, that's in the
Oh,
San
okay.
Gabriel Valley,
Chinese.
heavily Chinese, yes.
Yeah, I also teach a little bit at TCC and a lot of different children.
Probably have some of my former students. I'm sure.
Yeah, in fact, I walked into an economics class because I'm in the program called WAC. Some of you know that, Writing Across Curriculum. And I walked in, I swear I thought I was in Asia. Oh, okay. Okay, and you're?
My name is Aaron. I teach special ed in Glenville, and I'm also a student at Cal State LA.
Yeah. Really? Oh, how come I never saw you on campus?
I'm there occasionally. On Monday nights right now.
Okay, and you?
My name is Senta Xu. I'm from China.
Oh, wow.
Presently, I'm a visiting scholar at Cal State Fullerton.
Oh, wow.
Doing research focused on cross-communication and English teaching.
So you are visiting scholar from China?
Yeah.
How does that work? Are you in the full program or do you visit for a limited
It just
period of time?
I got scholarship. I got a grant from Chinese
From
government.
China? Wow, you
Yeah.
must be a genius.
Yeah, and I
Gee.
have 1 year research program here.
Wow, okay. What an intimidating
1.3
audience.
billion.
And you? I met you in the morning.
Yeah.
The same position.
my name is Jessie, exactly the same as you.
Two Jessies. There's another Jessie. Promise that she'll go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm from Taiwan, and I'm an international student here. And right now I'm studying CSUDH, Dominican Skills TESOL program.
You're in CS?
UDH, Dominican Skills.
Oh, okay. Okay, my name is, now I get to introduce myself. My name is Jessie. First of all, I'd like to thank my colleague from the Writing Center. I work at the Writing Center at CSULA, and it's Carrie West. Thank you, Carrie, and for accompanying me today for the moral support that I need. The topic of this session obviously has to do with N-nest. And as all of you know, it's rather a controversial discourse in our field, especially its overarching argument or debate about who is a better English teacher, Nest, native speakers, or N-nest, non-native speakers. You can see how this can be very, very argued and counter-argued from both ends. In terms of assessing who is a better teacher, it takes many, many different diverse and complicated factors, such as teachers' professional training versus a mere inheritance of the language as a native speaker, and also their real or perceived linguistic or instructional proficiency. And those evaluations or presumptions will come from the students, administrators, and sometimes from the teachers themselves. Okay, but I'm not going to be talking about these issues, probably very wisely on my part. What I like to instead focus on is the cultural issues, the NS cultural issues, because I believe that they have a cultural niche that native speakers often do not have. In illustrating this point, I'd like to first point out some of the commonly known, well-known challenges of N-nest. And I'm sure all of you know this already. Let's look at one instrument. Now, stigma. N-nest must live with this overwhelming stigma, which I call it must be white syndrome. That all over the world, people think that if you're white and if you're a native speaker of English, then you're the best English teacher there is. Oftentimes, regardless of your professional training, right? And another challenge, lack of role models. Now, NS must live with the fact that they're not going to find very many role models in their field. Credibility. NS are much more tightly scrutinized in terms of credibility. People, for instance, they will question their competence in terms of their intelligibility. Are they intelligible in terms of their accents or pronunciations? And cross-cultural issues. People will be suspicious or question as to what culture do they represent or teach in the classroom. Okay, especially me, I'm an American, but people are not going to perceive me as an American, obviously, because of my race, right? And if I were to teach English, then people are going to say, now, what culture does she represent, right? So that comes into play, and that's what I really would like to hit it and really focus on. Now, briefly, I'd like to point out some of the advantages of NS, some of the commonly or the acclaimed advantages of NS, and here they are. NS, they are a role model. As all of us know that it is extremely difficult and master a second language, right? Just nods. And the fact that their teacher has done it and very successful at it can be a tremendous motivating factor for the students. Because their teacher exemplify resilience and success. If my teacher could do it, then I can do it. Okay? Another advantage. NS have an ability to comprehend, guess what? Less than perfect accents. Now, I hope all of us can agree on this point, right? See your eyes, I can have an eye contact with you, I know what you're trying to say. Okay, that's important for the students. They have an ability to answer why, instead of saying, that just sounds right, or that's just the way it is, especially in terms of teaching grammar. Okay? Carrie, you're a native speaker, right? And you have difficulty sometimes teaching grammar, right? So Carrie's my buddy, he'll not do anything. And we also have an ability to critique pedagogy from personal experience. Experience is important. Now, these are some of the more commonly acclaimed advantages of ESL. But to bring a closure to my presentation, I am obliged to support my initial claim. Remember my initial claim about how NS have a few special cultural niche? And these are their cultural niche, in my opinion. They have passion to uplift the marginalized. Now, can passion be bought with money? Hey, I'm passionate about this. I believe that they are an embodiment of cultural pluralism, right? The fact that they had to learn at least 2 languages, right? It's a testament to their cultural pluralism. And now, nowadays we live in a global world. Regardless of where you are, whether you're in politics or whether you're in business, whether you're in education, whether you're involved with literature, whether you're a writer or not. The fact that you're culturally plural is a tremendous, tremendous advantage. I want all of you to remember this. Okay, I have what some of the monolingual, monocultural native speakers do not have. That's what I have as teacher, and that's what I bring into my classroom. And because they are these things, I believe that their presence in the classroom obviate the suspicion of cultural imperialism. Does it make sense? Okay, let's say I'm your English teacher. Are you going to think that I'm going to impose some certain American culture or Western culture on you? Ridiculous, right? You're not gonna see me as that, right? So there it is. It dissipates the tension. Okay? Okay. And I want to elaborate a little bit on this. The fact that they are culturally plural, it can sort of balance the power relations between an authority figure, in this case a native English-speaking teacher, versus the subordinate non-native student, right? Even in a native situation, there's a different power relation between a student and a teacher, right? So by having an NS teacher, that balances that power dynamics in the class. And because they are able to do this, I believe that they are this. Who are they? So I believe they are ambassadors of transnationalism and interculturalism. And let me explain what that means. They are ambassadors of transnationalism in the sense that their presence in the classroom break down national borders conceptually or abstract, and or break down extreme nationalism and interculturalism in the sense that they are the very product of intercultural learning, intercultural exposures, right? The fact that they had to learn more than 2 or oftentimes more languages and cultures is a testament to that. And this is good for everyone involved. Why? Because the fact that you're culturally plural will more likely kindle harmonizing spirit everywhere. On a microcosm level, that would be the classroom, right? The small classroom. But on a macrocosm level, that would be the entire educational system. Make sense? Okay, with that, because I would like to hear what you have for me. I want to open up for questions and discussions. Okay, we can go in any order, but these are some of the questions that I came up with. Okay, do you have multiple national or cultural allegiances that change, evolve, overlap, and sometimes conflict? And number 2, if your multi-allegiances conflict with one another, what would be the cause of your divided or shifting loyalty? And number 3, how can teachers with multiple allegiances help dissipate a spirit of cultural hegemony in their classrooms? These are some of my discussions.
Communities bringing that awareness that what we should be striving for is to